Right, so here we are, Kerbal Space Program, and this is the new version, as you can see, 0.220351, and this now includes the brand new career mode, and that's what we're going to take a look at today. The career mode is a mode where you start with not very much and have to do missions and gather data to kind of research new stuff and make you able to do new things. So this is a good way to start for beginners, because you will then slowly start to learn the game. So we're going to start a game, and we're not going to load or resume the save game. We are going to start a new game, and this time I'm going to call it my own name, and then because everyone from the planet Kerbal is named Kerman for the last name. And we're going to choose a flag, and I think that one's nice, so we want to use that, and we're going to start the campaign. Now, even from the last version, when you come in here, there's something brand new here. This research center, you can jump in here, you can see that what we have right now. These are the only parts that we have right now. So, simple engine, solid rocket boosters, fuel tanks, girder, parachute, and a landing pod. Next stage, we have to research and get 4 research points. We get a bigger fuel tank, smaller fuel tank, we get some mystery containment unit for new researchers, and we get a stack decoupler. That's really important. For now, we can't separate rockets, so what we're going to do is go out from the research center, and we're going to go straight into the rocket building center, and we're going to start by adding the simple small command pod. And then, to ensure we can get it back, we're going to put on top of this the parachute. So now we have the basic pod unit with a parachute, so it's able to go back into onto Earth without any problems, and we're going to add just about, I think we can add something like 5 of these on top of each other, and the standard engine is still going to be able to lift it, and we're not going to fall down into the water again at too big a speed when we have the parachute. I think because when these are empty they don't weigh that much, and the engine doesn't either. So this is basically what we're going to do for our first mission, is just launch this very simple rocket straight up into space. And we're going to put on our scientific measuring equipment, which is this little antenna. We put it up here, because then we can get extra research points for both taking notes and sending data back to Earth. And of course this has the simple SAS control system, and this is a non-thrust vectoring rocket, so you can't actually control the direction of the rocket when you're using this. This is just going straight up, and the SAS or turning things in the pod is actually controlling the direction of this. So we want to name this. It's a prototype, so we're going to name this Prototype 1. And the aim for this mission is to go, because space starts at 70 kilometers in height in the Kerbal Space Program, so this is the goal of this is to get into space, so above 70 kilometers, and we will be happy. So let's just save that, and let's go straight for the launch. And for the last times I've been having some problems with the recording software for recording this, but it looks okay now. So what I want to do is press T, turn on the SAS. I want to use Shift and go to full throttle on this. I want to arrange my staging over here so that I have only engines on stage 1, and we're ready to fire this big, no, not very big, actually very small rocket into space. And so this is the Jebediah Kerman into space mission, and we'll go for launch in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Quite an acceleration here when there's not that much weight on this craft. And we're going to take a look at fuel. We're going to look at the horizon here, so pointing straight up is going straight up. We're going to check that it's going to stay there. And we're going to check altitude when we approach 10 kilometers. Altitude, we are going to throttle back because we are actually accelerating still. We're now at 5 kilometers in height, 6 and 7, and we're going to check that we can go over here. We're going to use the planetary rotation, so we're going to do a gravity turn at 10 kilometers in height, and that's there. We're going to then turn this thing onto a heading of 90 degrees east. So actually at this angle and this height it has a better chance of getting further into space, and we're now at 17 kilometers. We're going to press M and go into map view, and we can see here our apoapsis is climbing fast, and we want to see this go beyond 70. 62, 65, 70. There we are. So Kerbal Jebediah here is very much into space now. 104 kilometers. We're actually, let's just burn the last fuel. Can control the rocket from in here if we push this up, and we're going to just burn the last fuel. So he's gonna go out to about 141 kilometers, and when we are up there we're going to extract the scientific equipment, and we're going to send back the data of whatever Jebediah is doing or measuring. And that's going to give us our research points. So here changes the sound, and that is it does this at 70 kilometers. It starts playing this space whale song music. And we're going to cut the throttle because we don't have any engines anymore, so we can time accelerate this. Let's go for times 10. Approaching the apoapsis here, which is the highest point. And from out here we're going to go back to the space shuttle mode, and we're going to right click on the capsule, and we're going to check out the crew report. It seems we are very much in space right now. The sky seems to be mostly below us. This has a data size of 5 MITs. I don't know if that's megabits or it's a Kerbal unit, I think. And it has a scientific value of 5. And we're now going to transmit that data back to Earth. So, here we go. 100% sent, and if you check here, that sent our electric contents or electric capabilities down to 19.95, so we can't actually do that again. And we're going to right click on this, and we're going to look at the crew report again, and we're going to make him take this crew report again and keep that data. We're going to now make ready for our descent, and since we are going to have quite a bit of heat when we're re-entering the atmosphere, we are going to turn this rocket towards the negative direction vector thingy here. The yellow one is the direction we're going, the yellow one with the crossover is the opposite direction. So now the rocket is actually facing in strictly the opposite direction of our travel, because we want to make this absorb the heat when we are re-entering the atmosphere. So at the moment traveling at, still increasing in speed, approaching 1200 meters per second, that's 1.2 kilometers per second, It's actually quite fast. And we want to look at the map, and we're going to hit water around here somewhere, out here, I hope. Because if we hit the ground with this, we are toast. But when this thing enters the atmosphere, which happens around... No, I think we're going to hit ground with this one. That's not good. Let's see how it goes. Because if we can recover this from the Space Center, it gives us extra data. Nah, we should have made it a little bit more south. Well. It's not going to hit here. It's going to hit here if there was no atmosphere to stop us. If we continue with the same speed, it's going to hit right here. But we're not, since the air is going to break us really hard and make us fly slower. But it depends on the height when we're starting to get down into the heavier proportion of the atmosphere that's indicating up here. For now, we're going to celebrate, and we're going to share Jebediah Kerman's smiles for this mission, because everything until now has gone totally to plan. So, we are out of space now, below 70 kilometers. And I think we are soon going to see all the nice heat of the red flames capturing this vessel. Coming into the upper parts of the atmosphere now, 52 kilometers. Speed is still climbing, so we've not met any resistance yet. We're now at 1.6 kilometers per second, and we're going to start to hit the atmosphere right about now. So let's start turning red. Oh, it does. Beautiful red glow. And we are going to hit straight into the middle of the ground here. That's not good. I'm going to deploy the parachute as soon as possible. This drag suit is going to slow us down a lot. So the more we get slowed down, the better. And this is just at the moment a drag suit. Turn off SAS to make the vessel auto rotate with the drag of the parachute, and that parachute is gonna open when we're about 300 meters above ground, and we're then gonna descend with about, I think, 10.6 meters per second, but that's, I think, still too fast, so we're gonna crash and burn when we hit the surface. But let's see. 11.2 meters per second. Oh, this one's exciting. I don't know if this craft can tolerate this, and if it does, it's gonna tilt over and it's gonna hit the ground 2 times. But maybe, just maybe, we capsule at the end here, because it's way up here when we hit the ground. Maybe Jebediah is going to survive this. Would have been a lot better if we hit the ocean, though. So, now, boom! And only thing that went was the engine tilting over, exploding again, and the capsule survived! Jebediah is alive! And we are going to press escape, and this, go back to the Space Center. And at the Space Center we're going to go to the tracing facility here. Just a second. It's called the It's actually called, yeah, well, that thing over there. And then we're going to click on Jebediah's vessel here, and we're going to click down here on the, so we have activated up here, and we're going to press the recover. And then we're going to recover this vessel, and then we're going to get another 1.9 for the second observation, and we're going to get a +8 for recovering the vessel. So that gives us a total science score of 14. Done. And now back to the research center to show you what you can do with these research points. Oh, Jebediah couldn't survive, and I wasn't actually expecting that, but yeah, let's go back to the research facility. And in here we can now research the second stage, which has bigger fuel, smaller fuel, some new scientific equipment, and a stack decoupler. So we're going to research that. There we go. And that was the end of the first mission here in the research center. Now it's up to you to build new rockets and go further into space and use these new parts to complete new scientific missions. So basically close this, and then I'm going to tell you what the name of this is. The tracking station. Yes, the tracking station over here. Yes. So thanks for watching.